What area of marketing would you say is your core?
Basically, could say area of product management
Okay.
is called to me MPD. That's a new product development. Is a critical part that I really see I have a lot of strength in.
All right. And that's fine. We know that strategy is important for marketing to be successful.
Yeah.
So, what will you see are the key components of a successful marketing strategy?
The interesting thing about strategy, there are different frameworks, different models. People can say so many things about strategy. But one thing I could see that encapsulates component of marketing strategy. One, there must be part of analysis,
Okay.
there must be part of strategy, and there must be a part for implementation. So whatever framework you look at, when you're talking about the analysis, that is where you get your information in. That's where you do all your situational analysis and some other stuffs. You get information from the market. And now the thinking part, that is the strategy. Which direction does this organization go? And then after doing the thinking and putting your thoughts on paper, now you know how to get your hand dirty. So that is when the re-implementation. So every strategy must have this component.
Okay. That's very good. You talked about analysis, strategy, and
Yeah,
implementation. So, what are the key considerations when developing a strategy now?
Okay. Now let's now drill down.
Okay.
The first thing, there is no strategy, marketing strategy that is in the air. It has to come from what is the business or corporate strategy. Where is this organization going? What do we want to achieve? So now marketing can now take its own strategy from the corporate. So it's not that there's no disconnect.
Okay.
If the company says they're going into the direction left, the marketing should not say they are coming from the east. So there must be a connect. Then you now look at what is the marketing objective.
Okay.
Then your objective must be mathematical. It must be specific. I must say I want to achieve X percentage of my market share, of the market share in the market. Or I want to say I want to achieve a reduction in logistics costs, because they are still marketing objective. And then you now go down, start looking at what is the real, how do I get done what I really want to do? What strategy do I want to use? Do I want to be the market leader strategy? Different forms. So you put your strategy and then you now the tactics. How do I get this done? Those are the key consideration. What do I do? What do I do to the product? What do I do to so the common 4 P's or 7 P's or 12 P's or and somebody says something interesting. So there's another P. They say might be prayer too. So whatever P you want to add at this level, add it. And then you now look at what is the action plan.
All right.
Action plan, that is either the broad action plan and the specific action plan. And you now do your measurement and control. Those are the key considerations in marketing.
All right. Thank you very much for that. Could you share with us? You talked about strategy and how to go about the key considerations and all of that. Could you share with us an example of a successful marketing strategy that you've been part of?
Oh, interesting. Like I mentioned to you, I've been privileged in my career to have run through different categories. I had worked with 3 conglomerates, diversified conglomerates, and I've handled different categories. I'm going to start from my first one, my first bit in marketing, which is actually the quick service restaurant.
Okay.
And what quick service restaurant do is what we call premise-based marketing. So, and the marketing strategy is basically how do you make the ambience very welcoming. So, what do you do to actually drive traffic to the premise? So, and my role at that point was actually interpreting the global strategy and putting a lot of local expression to it, because I worked then as a consumer services manager for the region, in the northern region. So the moment they have the national strategy, I go on to now put a local expression onto it. So it was, I remember an instance in Kano. We're launching we're opening a new restaurant, and we had to get some praying mats for some opinion leaders. So it doesn't look as if it's marketing, but that was what we did. And now moving on to water business, beverages, that is another expression, where in your key channels becomes very important. There you now have to look at what is the share margin. What are you going to look at? What is this guy going to earn at the end of the day? You're not going to be the one going out. This is like an hunter kind of marketing. So we've done our strategy in that regards, because my first assignment in that organization it was a moribund brand. We had to do a lot of rebranding, now going to the streets, and that takes me to another leg of marketing that I did, that is in the area of agro-allied, because I was working as a category manager of, I could say, one of the biggest animal feed organization in Nigeria. So what we did is a technical product. So technical product needs performance. Your customer need to see what is the product delivering. So we had to have like a poultry farm that we apply our products. So, and we have different strategy, collaboration, partnership with foreign or some government organization to ensure that you drive home a lot of education. So that is a different strategy. Now coming to where we have a lot of new product development, we're bringing in about 10 in my short stay in that organization, about 5 years. We churn out about 10 products, some renovations, some innovation, and that is a different ball game. Now bringing a new to the world product, so that you have to go do all the science of innovation. So is now coming to financial services. Financial services, you have to go through the adoption process. How do you change behavior? Get somebody to have your loan and pay back. How do you build trust? And at the same time, because trust is a very fragile entity, you don't want to come to them, because we're dealing with people at the bottom of the pyramid. Those are the guys that we consider as the E of socioeconomic class. First, you don't want to go there to intimidate them in your ties and the suits and whatever. And at the same time, when they see you, would they be able to have that trust that, can I commit my money into these guys' hands? So it is a very fragile balance you have to create. So the strategy there is different. So every area is quite interesting to formulate strategy and see it work. But the key thing I say is implementation is key.
Okay, so even if you have a fantastic strategy and you don't implement well, it won't go well.
It won't go.
Okay, the last thing you mentioned was about financial services and all of that. So I would just like to ask, what are the challenges of marketing, microfinance, and all of that? I know that you have experience in that aspect. So what would you say are the challenges of marketing in the microfinance industry?
It is, as I mentioned, the first thing is trust.
Okay.
Is key. And this is an intangible service. So the intangibility of the service makes it a bit challenging in Nigeria. The key things that we look at customers need in that category is, one, they're looking for convenience. They don't need to go to the bank to queue up or stay for months before they get their loan. Two, they need something that is affordable. And they need something that is the safety of their fund. So my personal experience, if not for the mercy of God, I couldn't have graduated. My dad's retirement was put in the microfinance that went moribund, or community bank of then. that went moribund. So, and everybody was like, so safety of fund is critical, and then easy access. So those are the key needs. And if you're looking at those key issues, that means those are the key problems that marketing solves.
Okay.
So in microfinance, you're giving small loan, and it takes a lot of effort. It involves so many activities. You put so many marketing activities to take care of just one customer. So that is where the challenge is. But the solution I see there is innovation. How do you get creative? Innovation does not have to may just be in the process, just be in the approach, engagement. Because like I said, adoption is very critical. You're changing behavior, not just awareness. In other category, you can say awareness is important and they need to know about the product. It is not as important as adoption for them. You need to change their behavior. You need to handhold them from where they were to now getting comfortable to deal with your bank. So that is what I see.
Thank you so much. As regards marketing, what do you think are the common mistakes that most businesses commit, or let me say most businesses do wrong, mistakes they make?
Okay. That is quite very interesting. I think with all the years of my marketing experience, I've seen one similar denominator. A lot of organizations see marketing as a spend rather than an investment. So they're looking at marketing spend. You marketing guys, you're just spending money. That is a mistake that I see. 2, a lot of organizations start from a place of no strategy at all, no corporate strategy, and they see marketing department as order takers. Marketing, we're launching a new product next week. I want you to go and provide flyer, go and do t-shirts, get those face cap, and get some guys to be making noise. Then everybody sees, okay, those marketing guys. So I see that as a major problem. And another problem is short-term expectation. And a typical investment, it may not bring in the return immediately. But Nigerian or marketing the organizations want result immediately. And they see, and the moment things didn't work the way they want, what are those marketing guys doing? So they become the first spray. They are just there drinking tea, having meetings. So that is one of the key things I see common to organizations. So
all right. Based on what you said,
you
talked about the fact that they think that marketing people are just professionals, are just spending. Do you think that the marketing professionals themselves have something to prove to these organizations for them to actually, change their mindset about how they feel about markets? I don't even understand.
I agree with you that it is not all the problem of a lot of the companies thinking marketing are not adding value.
Okay.
The marketing professionals too, most often they concentrate on tactics rather than strategy. People are just eager to say, I did this, I did that. What is the thought behind what you're doing? In the moment the strategy is missing out, the tactics will not be okay. Because the tactics should be fed from the strategy. So you don't just concentrate on the strategy, on the tactics, and neglect strategy. Another thing is that is a lot of time there is no measuring metrics from day one. You've not sat down to say, this is what I want to achieve. Maybe ask a marketing person, what do we want to achieve with this? Awareness. Toma, top of the mind awareness. No, so you just put that in. How does this awareness, and if you have a finance person that is very probing, you will now ask, how does this add up? So a lot of time there are no measuring metrics. So that is a key area that I see marketers do fail.
There are certain aspects of marketing that I feel that marketers have neglected in recent years. So what aspect of marketing, good aspect of marketing, that do you think that marketing professionals have actually neglected?
Yeah, interesting. I've seen of recent that most marketing experts or marketing professionals are focusing more on the area of marketing communication, neglecting areas like product management. What is happening to your SKUs? So they call it stock keeping units. What that product, what edge does it have? You are interested in how does the supply chain work? You are interested in the price of the product they are bringing in. At a point in my career, I'd had to stop a vendor from bringing a product. A vendor requested for a price increase, and I said no. It will affect the pricing of my product. The profitability of your brand is key. What is the gross margin of this brand? Am I just spending and spending and spending and spending? You are concerned. Is your baby. First thing we do in my experience in the manufacturing, a good brand person, marketing person, when you get to the office, the first place you go to is the production. You want to see what have they produced, and you check it with what is the market demanding. And if they are not, you can tell them, stop, don't produce. In animal feed, you can come around and you see them producing starter, and you have loads of demand for finisher. Say, guys, stop. And they will listen to you because it's your brand. So it's an area that has been neglected. 2, planning. People have neglected the area of planning. And 3, pricing. If you left pricing for accountants, accountants come to tell you that, yeah, your brand, let's increase. It should be the marketing person that will say, okay, let's take price up. And salesmen will always push and say, no, don't take price up. Okay, I will take the price up. I will do promo to cushion the effect. These are the things. So it's an area that is neglected.
All right, that's fine. Thank you so much. There are a lot of marketing myths. Could you please share with us some of the common myths about marketing?
Oh, yes. Like we said, myth, as we know, is a false belief. People believe that this is what marketing is. And I see that happening more in financial services. People has assumed that an aspect of marketing is marketing. People have assumed that marketing is basically to create awareness. People have left marketing or marketing communication as the only part of marketing. They've seen that, okay, an individual that works in a financial services organization, in an insurance company, that goes out to prospects, he says he's a marketer. Fine, that is a small element of marketing. Okay. And so the moment they now tell you that I'm in marketing, I'm doomed. So those are myths. And everybody says, hey, yeah, you're in marketing now. No. So those are the myths, and organizations and institutions that educate people on marketing is very important. Like what MIA is doing is very interesting.
Thank you. I think that one of the reasons why they are scared when they are put in marketing department, because they feel they'll start going on the road looking for customers, and marketing is beyond all of that.
Yeah.
Okay, considering all these myths now, how do you think we can increase the relevance and influence of marketing in an organization?
Interesting. I'm going to answer this by just expressing from my previous experience There are key three roles of a marketer. The first one is a strategic role. The second one is an operational role. The third one is, I call it a central role. It's like the midfielder. He holds everybody. A marketing person can, a lot of time will leave, marketers leave his role of strategy, leaves his role of a central coordinating person, and just take the operational role. Somebody that provides t-shirt for everybody, that provides handbill for everybody. So when marketers just take operational role, they become irrelevant. So when a marketer sees the success of the organization as is, that is the central role. You're coordinating the quality assurance person, you're coordinating the production person, and that is why one of the skills of a marketing person is what we call adaptive influence. You are the general manager that has no troop, a general without troop. So you have to see how you influence everybody. So the influencer marketing should start from the marketers themselves. Influence everybody, sell that idea. You have to be I tell my people that I work with, you have to be a busybody. That is the job. You have to be friendly. I say it's only when you go to church that they say your left must not know what your right is doing. In marketing, whatever your left does, everybody must see it. So that is the role of a marketer. You be a friend to an accountant because the day he needs to sign your paper, you be a friend to the logistic guy. So that is a central role. You coordinate everybody. You want to be sure that they've loaded that truck, because if it doesn't go, your brand will not be visible there. So it's a busybody thing. And the moment that happens, your organization see you as a very important person and relevant.
That's really very great. Thank you very much. How do you think marketing leaders can be better mentors and true leaders of their teams?
Interesting. I have a principle, and I call it KSA.
Okay.
I take time to actually impart knowledge. K as in knowledge, S as in skill, and A as in attitude. There is an attitude of a marketing person. One of my mentors told me that marketing is 90% brain, 10% leg. If we want to do sales, it can be 10% brain, 90% leg. So, first thing you do is that knowledge is very important, because you have to be a knowledgeable person. You have to be willing to learn. You have to be ready to read. So, and that is why people feel that, okay, marketing people should know more than every other person. So you need to instill that they must be willing to upgrade and update in knowledge. So a lot of time I create maybe twice in a month. I give topics, go and learn, and come and you are the SME there, subject matter expert. So come and tell us, and they go there, do the research, whatever. And at times can even be an addition to my own knowledge too. So everybody add that. Then the skill, different skills, the conceptual skill, even the what do we call it, IT fluency. So you develop that skill. And attitude. The way you take the job, the fact that whatever needs to be done. There is no emotion. As much as we want to be friendly, the reason why all of us are here is because of the job. So we're friendly, but at the same time, there are times that we wear gloves and box ourselves. I mean, in the modern sense of it. So it's not. So attitude. The attitude of you willing to get information. One beautiful thing about marketers is, one, a production person is expect and or R&D or quality assurance should be they have a lot of knowledge about the products. A salesman is expected to have knowledge about the market. A marketing person has the two. You are the product expert, at the same time you are the market expert. So that means you are taking responsibility of two people together. So that has to be included.
Alright, thank you. I like the KSA. Yes, I think that's the part I really, really like most.
Yeah,
You know, it's really cool because it's one thing for you to be leading and then your subordinates don't know anything and you're the one that just knows everything.
Yeah.
So you have to carry them
Yeah.
along. It's very, very important. So one last word for every marketing professional that will be watching this interview once we're done. What would you like to tell them?
Yeah, the key things for me, I feel, for all marketers is passion, and we need to be enthusiastic and loyal. Loyalty must be the key thing. Whatever brand, whatever initiative that you are pursuing, you must be loyal to it. You must be loyal. You must be passionate. And that is why I won't take off a brand that I don't believe in.